Hare Krishna. This is a series of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Gaya Dham. This is the third video wherein we are going to look about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's first class after returning from Gaya Dham. Early every morning, the Lord went for his bath in the Ganga, and upon his return he found the students awaiting him. The Lord uttered only Krishna's name and nothing else. The students could not understand their teacher's mood. On the students' request, the Lord sat down to teach. The students sat down and opened their books, taking the Lord's name Hare as they were accustomed. The son of sacimaoa, Nimai Paeoita, was greatly overjoyed at hearing his beloved Lord's name. He again became absorbed, forgetting his external senses, and looked upon everyone with his merciful glance. Wholly absorbed in Krishna, the Lord began explaining to his students. He told his students that the essential lessons of everything was Lord Krishna. All aphorisms, commentaries, and descriptions were actually describing the glories of the Lord. The Lord said, "The only eternal truth is the holy name of Krishna. Krishna is the only worshipable Lord of all the scriptures. Krishna is the supreme controller, maintainer, and the Lord of the entire creation. Lord Shiva, Lord Brahma, and even every other deity are his servant. Whoever tries to explain anything without describing the lotus feet of Krishna is an illusion. His words are untruth and his birth is useless. The entire Vedanta, the Agamas, and all other philosophical treasures point out that devotion to the lotus feet of Krishna is the ultimate and only goal. All the mundane scholars are mesmerized by the illusionary potency of the Lord, totally lost because they cannot find shelter at the lotus feet of Krishna. Lord Krishna is an ocean of mercy. He is the life and soul of every living entity. He is the most dear to his surrendered soul and is the dear son of Mother Yashoda. A person may be well versed in Vedanta in all scriptures, but if he has no attraction and attachment towards the holy name of Krishna, then he follows the path of destruction and hell. Why, on the other hand, if a wicked and abominable person chants Lord Krishna's name, then even if he is most sinful, he reaches the supreme abode of Lord Krishna after leaving this material world. This is the verdict of all the scriptures, and if anyone doubts this, then he is the worst sufferer. If anyone tries to explain the scriptures without having taken shelter of the lotus feet of Lord Krishna, then such a degraded person can never know the true purport of the scriptures. He pretends to be a teacher of the scriptures, yet knows not the essence and the message of the scriptures. He is like a washerman's donkey, trying to carry the load of all the scriptures. Such a soul is truly unfortunate because, in spite of his education, he has forbidden the joy of Krishna consciousness. People in general are so foolish. Instead of meditating upon the Supreme Lord, Sri Krishna, they meditate on other personalities, not knowing that the one Supreme Lord Krishna mercifully offers liberation even to the demons like Putana who have come to kill him. What greater pleasure can they receive other than that obtaining by glorifying Lord Krishna? Did he not redeem even the most sinful demon Aghasura? Just the name of the Supreme Lord Krishna alone can purify the entire universe, even the highest living being of the universe. Lord Brahma experiences misery in his life, yet he becomes overwhelmed with joy when he participates in the great Sankirtana celebration surrounding Lord Krishna. Nevertheless, this unfortunate fallen soul disregard the sublime nectar to sing, dance, and revel in inauspicious mundane festivals. Intoxicated by wealth, high birth, education, and the like, they do not know the wonders of the holy name of Krishna, which liberates a Jamila just by being chanted the name of God once. My dear students and brothers, please hear me carefully, for everything I say is very true. You should just worship the lotus feet of Lord Krishna, the most precious treasure. Lakshmi Devi always desired to serve this lotus feet. Lord Shiva has become a pure devotee just by taking shelter of him. The supreme lotus feet are the ultimate source of Mother Ganga. So all of you, my dear brothers, please simply take shelter of the lotus feet of Lord Krishna. Now I send out a refute the explanation that have just rendered. Shri Vishvambara is the supreme absolute truth, the embodiment of all transcendental sound vibration. So whatever he speaks is the absolute truth. The mesmerized students listened to the Lord's words with undivided attention while the Lord spoke on as if in a trance, revealing the absolute truth. The Lord explained everything in the light of Krishna consciousness and established a dear connection of every word with the Supreme Lord Krishna. This was an astonishing feast even for the Supreme Lord himself. Lord Vishvambara soon became aware of his external words, and coming out of his trance, he became shy, wondering if his students would think of him as being mad or unbalanced. So to cover up, he said a few words. He asked the students, "How were my commentaries today?" The student replied, "We could not understand anything. You have described Krishna as a purport of every word. Who is there who can understand your explanation?" Lord Vishvambara laughed and said, "Listen, my dear brothers. Pack your books and let's go to the Ganga for a bath." The students put their books away and accompanied Lord Vishvambara down to the Ganga. They all were happy to be in the water, playing and joking. Lord Vishvambara, surrounded by all his students, looked like the glowing moon rising out of the ocean. All these who saw the Lord flickering in the water were extremely pious and fortunate. Even Lord Brahma aspires to see the Lord like this, playing in the water. Everyone who had come to bath kept looking constantly to the beautiful face of Lord Gaurachandra. They said to each other, "How beautiful he is! His father and mother are really blessed." Mother Ganga could not contain the joy she experienced by the Lord's presence in her water. Her waters swirled, sending out dancing waves of ecstasy. She was dancing with joy. She wanted to serve those lotus feet that are even desired by Anantasesa and all the demigods. Therefore, her many thousands of waves washed the lotus feet. Only the Vedas know the truth about all such transcendental activities of the Lord and his devotees. In the future, someone will come and reveal the wonderful pastimes of the Lord. This was a small pastime wherein Lord Chaitanya was completely absorbed in the lotus feet of Lord Krishna. even while teaching his dear students and brothers. Hare Krishna.